Good evening, and welcome to another bedtime story from my complete read through of The Complete Griselda by Oliver Dickinson. Tonight's story is Wolfhead's story, also listed as Wolfhead's Lair, having appeared in the Scenario in Big Rebel in 1983. Okay, so you've got a drink of your choice. I have tea in an appropriate cup. I shall begin. Wolfhead story. As told to Big Nig, next time he brings supplies. What I gotta say, old Croaky there certainly came on like some kind of hero that day. I mean, I always knew he was, like, dependable, and we all did our bit. But his performance was truly impressive. How it happened. We were having an in-day bite, and you know how it is. We'd been there a while with no real hassles. I was paying more attention to my food than keeping a good watch. But I caught a glimpse of something. Leaned out some, and there's this bunch of chaotics scuttling along like they're trying to get out of sight. Man, they were weird. One had 3 heads. Another had a whole lot of arms. A third was blown up like he had wind inside him. There wasn't more than 1 or 2 that looked like normal brews, if you see what I mean. I might have got my head in pretty fast, you bet, and yelled to the gang. We were lucky they didn't rush the place straight off, but I guess they were looking for some handy spot. I was surprised to find anyone home and had to take stock. So we got to time to arm up and take positions. I stay at the back window, Croak's by the double doors, and Filcher over there at the door you come in by, Griselda. But Griselda by the front windows, and Symbol by the storeroom where the roof's part down, all flapping our ears for the least sound. I'm studying on this gang too, and I got a hunch most weren't brews at all. Which is a useful thing to know if you have any poison handy like we did. Because you know as well as I do that brews can laugh any poison off. But it'll work fine on other chaotics, just like on everything else. So I had Symbol fetch some out and set Griselda dipping arrows and such, because she can work faster and neater with her hands than anyone you ever saw. Well, they decided to take us. Had to be the worst decision they ever made. But they couldn't know that, and neither did we. First, some come in at the front and fell over the tripwire, which slowed them. And when they pushed on the doors, came down the bricks, which made one yell all right, but it didn't convince him. 3 heads looked through the gap a moment, but they didn't try any more there, and there's others on Filcher's side not getting anywhere either. Just as I'm saying, we'll have to hit 1 or 2, try to scare them off. There's some yelling, which Symbol catches, being in Praxian, and it's their boss calling them together. Grizzy puts up the idea we open up one side of the double doors and shoot out, which looked good to me. But Croquet couldn't shift the door, and she's having trouble with the spell, so we all got slowed up. Then Symbol yells. One's jumped into the storeroom, and I go over to shoot. It's nothing but a head with arms sticking out. But it was lively enough. I couldn't make my shots tell, and Symbol takes a big swing with his sword and nearly overbalances when he misses. Next, Griselda's yelling that they're at the windows, nearly through. They must have spotted our little traps and sprung them while clearing the stones. So I go to the front windows and send Croaky to help Symbol. And pretty soon there's one almighty crunch, and back comes Croaky, patting his maul, saying, "That one's done for." Now, Filcher's at the back, and we heard him going round there, but we couldn't move, as they'd be in the front at any moment. We were standing on chairs to get a good view through, and I spotted the blown up one, got off a shot, while Griselda whips a dart through the other window into lots of arms' head, and this discourages them some. Three Heads looks in to try some spell on Griselda, which bounced right off, but she couldn't nail him with her spear. The ones in back didn't spot our surprise under the window looking for more stuff hung up above, I guess, and down one goes into it with a yell, but another makes it through the window. Then this is some kind of brew, and Filcher can't stop him with his sling, so in goes Croaky again. Whack! He takes out a leg, and whack! He smashes in the gut, and it's bye-bye brew. Now I go in back to take a look out the window, and there's another brew down in the pit. Seems like the boss from his gear, and lots of arms is heaving and straining, and having no luck getting him out. And here comes Three Heads, and another that's practically all one big arm running up. We got in some shots, but they haul him out, and off they all go. Symbol and Griselda are covering the front windows, and lots of arms turns to scoop up one that has no limbs at all, seems like, and showers Symbol with javelins. Symbol took one or two, but got off a shot, nailing him right between the eyes. Prettiest shot I ever saw, and down he goes. We ran to get the double doors open, and by the time we were out, they were heading for home, all except Limbless, who was yelling like for help. But they weren't stopping for him, no sir. Big Arm is fizzing along like he's got a spell on him, and there's Three Heads and the boss, and that's all. The poison had off the blown up one all right. Well, I was thinking I didn't want any survivors coming back with friends, so I said we had to get out all we could. Craighead takes out running while Grizzy and I are loosing off. Fuchar is settling Limbless, and Symbol's healing some. Though that might have been wasted effort. And then there's only the boss in range. I'm shooting away, and Symbol too, and finally I make one of the best shots of my entire life. Clean through his right arm, which hurts him so he has to slow down. Try to get it out. I urge Croquette to get him, and in he goes, no fooling about. He has that brew so pushed for time, he swings his shield round with his arm still hanging, aiming to parry and then heal up, I guess. But old Croaky gets his swing past everything the brewer has, and you should heard him yell. Smashed up a leg, and that's it. The brew can't have been as tough as he looked, for he's off to the spirit plane. Now Limbless is all that's left, and he's managed to get Filchard all dazed like. But Griselda carves him up some, and he yells for mercy. He'll tell all. It takes a while to get things sorted out, with me having to head off Croquette from searching that brew. He can be dumb sometimes. Who knows what diseases he might have caught. Finally we get talking to that limbless creature. He may not have an arm or leg to call his own, but he's not short of brains. No, sir. He has us pegged for runaways. He even comes up finally with Griselda's name. Ain't it amazing how word gets about? And he's got information on the rebel Celtics that he'll trade for his life. But he doesn't let it all out, you bet. Griselda sees where we can make a deal, uses stuff to clear ourselves with the Colts maybe, so we dicker a bit, settle to keep him alive till we can find out. Can't hurt to try, but it's going to have to be soon, because we don't want any more Celtics dropping by. No, sir. I doubt we'd be so lucky another time. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. There will be another story soon. And thank you for watching and listening.